My name is Lisa. I am not young anymore. I am 87 years old. I have lived many years and seen many things. Now, I am going to see my son. It has been a long time. The plane is ready to leave. People talk. Some laugh. Some are quiet. A voice says, "Please fasten your seatbelt." I listen and follow the instructions. The plane starts moving. My heart feels heavy. So many memories. I think about the last time I saw my son. He was young, with big dreams in his eyes. "Mom, I want to study. I want a better life," he said. I told him, "Go, my son. Learn. Be strong." Then he left. Years passed. Letters came. Phone calls came. But I never saw him again. Now, I have a ticket, a seat, and a destination. I close my eyes. I hear his voice again, asking, "Mom, come visit me." I said yes. It is time. A flight attendant asks, "Would you like something to drink?" "Just water, please." I hold the small cup. The plane is quiet now. My mind travels back in time. I remember my childhood. Life was hard. My family was poor. My father worked in the fields. My mother cooked and cleaned. I helped her. One day, I heard children reading. Their voices were clear and bright. I wanted to learn too. "Father, can I go to school?" I asked. He shook his head. "No, Lisa, girls do not need school. Girls stay home." I did not argue, but inside, something woke up, a quiet, stubborn fire. At night, I listened to my brothers practice their lessons. When they slept, I took their books. I traced the letters with my finger, whispering the words to myself. My mother saw me. "Lisa, go to sleep. I want to learn," I said. She sighed, but she did not stop me. Years passed. I taught myself little by little. People laughed at me. "Why does a girl need to read?" they said. But I kept going. When I was older, my father said it was time to marry. I said no, I want a different life. I told him. He was angry, but I left home anyway, afraid, but hopeful. I arrived in a new town with nothing but my determination. I found work cleaning a small shop. The owner was kind. She taught me how to count money, how to talk to customers. Slowly, I learned. Soon, I wasn't just cleaning, I was selling, helping, earning respect. People began to say, "Lisa is smart. Lisa is good at business." With the money I saved, I opened my own tiny store. At first, no one came. They said, "She is just a woman. She will fail." But I smiled, welcomed everyone, spoke kindly. Slowly, they came. One day, a man walked in. He looked at me and said, "You are different. You are strong." He came back the next day. And the next. He asked me to marry him. This time, I had a choice. I was not a powerless girl anymore. "Yes," I said, "but only if you respect me. Only if you let me keep my dreams." He agreed. We built a life together. And then we had a son. When I held my baby boy for the first time, I whispered a promise. "You will have a better life." Years passed. My son grew. He was smart, curious, full of dreams. "Mom, I want to study in the city," he said one day. My heart felt heavy, but I remembered my own dreams. "Go, my son. Learn. Be strong." He packed his bag, hugged me tight, and promised to write and call. At first, letters came often. Then they came less. The phone calls grew shorter. "Mom, I'm busy. Exams. Work," he said. I understood, but my heart still ached. One day, no letter came, no call. Weeks passed, then months. I wrote to him, "My son, are you okay?" There was no answer. I asked myself, did I send him too far? Did he forget me? One night, I sat alone, staring at his empty chair. Maybe he doesn't need me anymore, I thought. Then one day, a letter arrived. "Mom, I miss you. I have a good job now. Please come visit me." Tears filled my eyes. My son had not forgotten me. I bought a ticket. I packed a small bag. At the airport, everything felt strange. I had never flown before. I felt small and out of place. "Passengers, please board now," a voice said. I took a deep breath and stepped forward. The plane lifted into the sky. I held my son's letter, reading his words again and again. But fear crept into my heart. Will he recognize me? My hands are old. My hair is white. My face is lined with years. Will I still be his mother? Or just an old woman from a distant memory? The plane landed. My heart pounded. I searched the crowd, but I didn't see him. Then a young woman approached. "Are you Lisa?" "Yes," I said. "Your son sent me. He had an important meeting. I'll take you to him." Something broke inside me. My son was not here. I had traveled so far, and he was not here. I followed her in silence. The car moved through the bright city streets. But I saw nothing. Finally, we arrived. I stepped into an elevator. Heart racing. The doors opened. There he was. My son. A grown man in a suit. He opened his mouth, then closed it. He took a step forward, eyes full of tears. "Mom," he said, voice shaking. "I'm so sorry." He held my hands, strong hands, but trembling. I wanted to come, but I was scared. "I thought you would be angry." I looked at him, my son. No longer a boy, but still my son. "I'm here now," I said softly. His tears fell. Mine did too. That night, at his home, we sat together at his table. He had cooked my favorite food. We ate, we talked, we laughed. "Mom," he said, "everything I am, I learned from you. You taught me to work hard. You taught me to dream. You taught me to never give up." I squeezed his hand. "Life keeps moving," I said, "but love never changes." He smiled. "Welcome home, Mom." At that moment, I knew, after all these years, I was home.